There's a wealth of hidden treasures in Mamma Mia 2 for fans to enjoy, with little connections, nods and winks to costumes, choreography, music, jokes and more from the first film. Yippee-ki-yay movie lovers, it's Jan here, and in this video I'm going to reveal 10 amazing details you may have missed in the Mamma Mia sequel, which will make you love it even more. The special connection between Donna and Sophie and the symmetry between the two characters are at the heart of Here We Go Again. For example, there's a delightful link back to young Donna's silver butterfly necklace in the christening scene, where Sophie wears a dress with a butterfly pattern. The film's costume designer chose that particular design as the idea was that Sophie was wearing the dress in memory of her mother. The horseshoe necklace that Sophie wears in the sequel is also a sweet and subtle link back to her mother and how her experience on the island changed her life. The first night that young Donna stayed in the old farmhouse on the hill, there was a big storm which frightened a horse in the stables. Taking care of that scared horse not only brought a young Sam into Donna's life, but also ultimately led her to open the hotel. That's because Sophia, who owned the building, believed you could judge a person by the way they treat animals, and the fact that Donna was so kind to Sophia's horse Hector led her to offer the old farmhouse to Donna to live in for free if she did it up. Remember Bill and Sophie's conversation in the first film after he realised he might be her father?
You know what comes next.
Well, you're not going to tell me that you have a twin sister, are you?
Well, Here We Go Again gives an amusing explanation for Bill's reaction in the original film. As we find out in the sequel, Bill himself has a twin brother, who pretends to be Bill at a prestigious awards ceremony, so the real Bill can go to the opening party for Sophie's hotel on the same night. When young Donna gets chased by a goat during the Name of the Game scene, it feels like a little nod back to the first film when Meryl Streep's Donna was surprised by a goat while singing Mamma Mia. In the original film, Sam, Harry and Bill stayed in the old goat house when Sophie tried to hide them from her mother when they first arrived on the island. And I also wonder whether the really amusing story about a goat that Bill's twin brother wanted to tell at the awards ceremony had anything to do with the goats at Sophia's old farmhouse. Remember that Sophia was actually Bill and his brother's great aunt.
I'm named after Sophia.
I used to have a great aunt living on the mainland, named Sophia.
A crucial piece of Donna's wardrobe in the first movie was her denim dungarees, and the sequel shows their origin. But even before young Donna purchases her signature outfit in the new film, the costume department cleverly lays the trail for that moment, dressing Lily James in denim shorts and bikini, blue tops, denim jackets, and later in the film, denim flares. And the Dynamo's When I Kissed the Teacher outfits also have an interesting origin. If you look really closely in Donna's student room in Oxford, you'll notice there's some material missing from the brown, yellow and cream striped curtains. The idea was to hint at the inventiveness of Donna, Tanya and Rosie, who made their outfits themselves out of those very curtains. The concept for the Dynamo's cut-out curtain clothes was inspired by movies such as Gone with the Wind, The Sound of Music and Enchanted. And costume designer Michelle Clapton added stuck-on stars and fake fur boas to enhance the 70s vibe. Here We Go Again features some really fun callbacks to the choreography in the first film. For example, at the very end of the dance routine for When I Kissed the Teacher, the frame freezes on young Donna as she's about to dive bomb into the river, just as we saw Meryl Streep's Donna do at the end of Dancing Queen in the first film, though Streep did actually jump in. According to writer-director Ol Parker, the reason we don't get to see the Dynamos jump into the water is that it would have held up filming, as the actresses would have got soaked and needed lots of time to fix their hair and clothes again for each take. So instead they jumped onto a crash pad that's out of shot. And there's another cool callback during the dance routine for Why Did It Have to Be Me, when young Donna pinches Bill's hat and pops it on her own head, just like Meryl Streep's Donna did to the ship's captain during her performance of Money, Money, Money in the original film. It was really beautiful how Meryl Streep and Amanda Seyfried's choreography during My Love, My Life mirrored their performance during Slipping Through My Fingers in the first film. Each scene takes place at a very emotional point in the story. Donna sings Slipping Through My Fingers as she helps Sophie get ready for her wedding, and the way they stand together here coincides with the song's lyrics, "Sometimes I wish that I could freeze the picture and save it from the funny tricks of time." Mamma Mia 2 calls back to that image of them in front of the mirror when Donna makes her first appearance reflected in the chapel's baptismal font. And as they join together singing My Love, My Life, the lyrics they sing, like reflections of your mind, feel especially fitting. There's a lovely bit of musical symmetry between the sequel and the first film. In the original movie, after the curtain call performance of Waterloo, Amanda Seyfried's version of Thank You for the Music plays over the closing credits. And the sequel mirrors this as Seyfried again sings Thank You for the Music, this time as Sophie writes invitations for the hotel's opening party. And there's another delightful musical connection between the beginning of each film. In the sequel, when Sophie tells Cienfuegos that she needs him to make sure the place is ready for the party rather than post the invites, he replies, "Whatever you dream, Miss Sophie, we'll make real." Which is a nice link back to the original movie, which began and ended with Sophie singing I Have a Dream. First as she posted letters to her 3 potential fathers, and later as she left her dads and mum behind on the island to travel with her boyfriend Sky. Now, if you want to know some important changes Mamma Mia 2 made to the original story, tap in the top right to check out that video. And let me know in the comments which moments you loved most in Here We Go Again, and any other details or connections you spotted between the 2 movies. For a chance to win one of these awesome Mamma Mia 2 merch packs, make sure you subscribe, leave me a comment about the film, and also tap the Gleam link in the video description below to register your entry. Tap left to watch my full Mamma Mia and musicals playlist, or tap right for another video you're sure to like. If you enjoyed this, I really appreciate a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Yippee-ki-yay, movie lovers!